Hi, it's Mark at FBA2USA. Come to FBA2USA.com for hints and tips getting started on Amazon Seller Central if you live outside the USA. And this is an apologetic second attempt at a video I recorded earlier about the new Amazon North American accounts. If you've got a Seller Central account in Amazon.com, you might have already seen that there's a slight change to the layout, and where it used to say that your store was a Amazon.com store, there's now a drop-down menu that allows you also to select Amazon.ca. You might have also seen the announcement inside Seller Central that says what to do about that. And the answer is not too much. Amazon is clearly really launching and going forward with the idea of getting people to become global sellers. They made it easier to start selling in most of the overseas locations which are not Amazon.com, being the UK, the sites in Europe where you can also have an overall European account, Japan, and even China. It's still somewhere where you have to do a little bit of your own work, but I can see that the way it's going to develop, you're going to have one Amazon account, and then you're going to be able to select the jurisdictions in which you want to trade. You're starting with North America, so you'll soon be able to sell in Canada, or you already can if you have your own fulfillment, and it'll roll out from there. Now, if you are going to use the facility, the first thing is make sure you tidy up your Amazon.com listings. You don't want to copy your listings across to another overseas location if you're also copying across all the errors and things that you would prefer to change. So take the opportunity to make sure that your listings are good, go through your descriptions again, make sure they make sense if you're copying them across to another jurisdiction. Obviously if it's a foreign language jurisdiction you've got a bit more work to do, but if you're just using Canada then it should be fairly similar. Then you'll notice that Amazon allows you to change the price and also change the currency, so you can actually charge a Canadian dollar price. You can make a decision whether or not you want to take account of the exchange rate and slightly increase the nominal dollar amount, or if you just want to try and attract Canadian buyers by making it look the same to them. And that's really it. You copy your listings across, and from that point on you can use Fulfill by Merchant in order to fulfill Amazon Canada orders. Now that does mean that you need to be able to get a delivery into Canada. You can already do that from the USA if you use a third-party fulfillment provider that's your own. You can't yet do it using Amazon, and your Amazon FBA warehouses inside the USA can't fulfill Canadian orders as yet, as I understand. But that is obviously coming soon because already the availability is there for FBA fulfillment. And the next thing that will be allowable is to open up or to begin using the Canadian FBA warehouses that are already in places like Toronto. So that's something that's coming soon. It's not there yet, but it's obviously going to be opened up. Now, if you are going to do that, of course, just like when you're a US seller for the first time, you've got to make sure that you've got the requisite registrations. In the USA, you might have seen in my training, you need an EIN in order to be at least a successful Amazon trader, and that involves contacting the IRS to obtain one. In Canada, the equivalent is a BN, business number, and there are instructions at various Canadian websites. If you just Google importing into Canada or something like that, you'll be able to find instructions, and of course it's relatively complex and involves you finding all the same things you found when you did the same for the USA. So make sure if you are trading as a company that you've got your certificate of incorporation at least, and you'll also need various other forms of ID and information about what it is you're selling. So that's all there is to say about it. It's clearly developing, but watch this space because Amazon's very much encouraging people to take advantage of Canadian selling and also overseas selling in the other Amazon locations. And obviously it's the successful sellers that are typically doing it, and that's useful for Amazon as well because it allows them to get successful sellers, paying them more fees in more locations. Okay, anyone want any more help with that? Please log into the training at FBA2USA.com, and once you've got the training you can contact me anytime with any question and I will answer it. Okay.